They're still scoring on the main hull. We need to get it off.
Yeah, mark that down. We don't want to leave dry dock with a dirty ship.
The repairs aren't going as fast as you'd like, huh?
No, between the blueprints not being right and the way the ship's actually laid out, it's really slow going.
You know, it could be worse. Look at those warp coils!
Yeah. They'll all have to be replaced.
You know, it's a wonder we made it back in one piece.
Commander Samuels.
Samuel's here.
You have an important message from Starfleet.
Pipe it through.
Yes, sir.
Commander, this is Admiral Black from Starfleet Headquarters.
Yes, sir.
You and Lieutenant McDonald are to be at the Starfleet courtroom at 900 hours tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Sir, may I ask what this is about?
No excuses, Commander. Just do as you're told. Admiral Black out.
Give me a number.
I think you've had plenty.
Is that your professional opinion, Doctor?
That's my opinion as your friend.
Well, if it's all the same to you, I think I'll have it. How's Commander Dahl?
He's going to require surgery. His recovery will be slow, but it could be worse.
It should be me in that hospital. Commander, you had the call.
Aye, sir.
Damn, enough of that. The whole damn ship needs it. Go annoy somebody else.
I should have been the one sitting in that chair.
Yes, well, if it would have been anyone other than him, we'd have another body in the morgue. Besides, he isn't angry, and we know about the court-martial. They came into his room to offer him command of the Yorktown. He made an argument for you, insulted the Admiral, and then told them where they could shove the Yorktown.
He's a good friend. How'd you know where to find me?
I knew I'd find you here. You and Ethan always came here as cadets to see what kind of mischief you could cause.
Those were good times. I'll never forget the time that he got into it with that big Russian. After calling his mom an Andorian slugworm.
You and my brother were always too reckless. Surprised you didn't get yourself killed.
One of us did. And the other is being court-martialed. Of course, you're not batting an eye.
I miss him too. And you know damn well they're persecuting you to cover their own asses.
Well, it was my fault. Just like the last mission was my fault. A court-martial and a dishonorable discharge. Looks like I'm following in good old dear Dad's footsteps. Carrying on the Styles legacy as well.
Self-pity hardly becomes you, Will. The investigation proved otherwise. I know my brother. He wouldn't have you blaming yourself, and neither do the rest of us. And if you lose rank, so what? You'll know you'll get it back.
Do you know how many died that day? Do you know how many died that didn't need to? 13. That's how many. Dear so-and-so, I regret to inform you that your loved one has been lost in battle.
That's the burden of any captain. You can't save everyone.
You remember when Dad was court-martialed? And I come to live with you guys?
Yes, as if 2 crazy boys weren't enough to keep track of.
Why?
Excuse me?
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, well, I don't believe this is either the time or the place. Thank you very much.
This is the perfect time and the perfect place to discuss this.
This is why. Bloody hell.
What?
I'm not someone you can run to every time you feel bad. As a friend, yes, but not like this. Not for this reason. It happens this way every time. Your dad gets discharged, you come to me. He dies, once more you need me. My brother dies, and now again. What kind of woman do you think I am, honestly?
You said you loved me then.
And then you ran off with Wendy.
Hey! You two need to calm it down or leave!
I don't care about Wendy. The only good thing that come out of that... He's my boy. She uses him to hurt me. She won't even let me see him. She wouldn't even let me talk to him the night before our first mission. I could give a damn what an idiot I was 17 years ago.
Will, that was a lifetime ago, and we've grown a lot since then. We were just kids. What do you want me to say?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Always the charmer. God help me, I did love you.
I come seeking assistance, Rian Manadera. I have lost my only family, and things were left unfinished between us.
Nida, she died a violent death. She was not of the world. She was an innocent.
She was my sister. Her death was at the hands of another. I need to know who.
The One has taken her.
What does that mean?
Great darkness is on the horizon. There are two forces. The winged furies and the great phoenix will engage each other. I see a disruptor and a redeemer flying on the back of an eagle. There can only be one victor. The two forces are destined to meet again.
I don't understand. Who is the One? And where has the One taken her?
The One created all of us. He is our salvation. The One has risen and lives again. There is only one way to save yourself. Through the One. Nida is with the One.
Help me to understand. Is the One responsible for my sister's death? I'm responsible. How am I responsible? I did not kill my sister. You must be mistaken.
She believed in you because she believed in the truth. Yet you had no need for the truth. She saw the truth in you. Nida died for the truth. She died for you.
That cannot be true. No, that's not true.
Nida's soul was saved for eternity. You have a choice here, the abyss or the light. Choose wisely. Your life and the lives of many will depend on it. You have the answers you need. You will not find redemption here. Go. Find the truth. Find the One. Then you will have the answers you seek.
No, wait. Where do I go? Where do I begin?
So I told you this was the guy on the television. You are the pilot, right?
That's right. And if it hadn't been for my flying skills, the Yorktown may not have made it.
Were you scared?
Heck no. I thrive on danger. I knew we would kick their butts.
Does your ship go fast?
It'll go as fast as you want it to go, baby. I must have dodged about 30 torpedoes before we finally blew them to pieces.
You must be pretty good.
Yeah, you could say that.
Eric. Eric. Is that your girlfriend? Hello?
No, one of my crewmates. My older sister, actually. She's always checking up on me. Wants to know who my friends are, even if it isn't any of her business. You're killing my game.
Is she one of your endless supplies of mindless space cadets?
Excuse me?
She didn't mean it. Collins, I mean it. You're killing my chance at a really good time. They want to have a night out with a hero.
Oh, please, Eric, you weren't even on shift. You were in your quarters with that ensign. What was her name? Oh, yes, Julie. You remember? The one you met at the gym, who said she had great lines or form or something like that.
No, don't listen to her. She's undergoing a psych eval. She's crazy.
See you later, hero. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say zero.
You better have enough reason for screwing up my night.
How about sitting in the hot seat explaining to Starfleet how we almost lost the Yorktown? Rumors say that the captain will lose the Yorktown because of his recklessness.
What? You know that's not true.
Well, it is 0800 Monday morning. I really don't know what we can do to help, but we have to show up and support at least.
No. We did our job. And Captain Stiles saved us so we could fight another day.
So does that mean you forgive me for running off the bimbos?
You have nothing to worry about with Starfleet. The Romulans, however, that's a different story.
Captain on bridge? As you were.
What's the significance of this painting? I noticed you brought it aboard when you took over the Yorktown.
Reminds me not to get too complacent in the situation.
I don't understand.
Do you know the story of Icarus?
Of Greek mythology? Something about a boy who flew too close to the sun?
Icarus and his father Daedalus was imprisoned on the Isle of Crete by Minos. He blamed Daedalus for the death of his daughter. Daedalus decided the only way to escape was to actually build wings out of feathers and reeds and beeswax. So he fastened 2 pairs of wings together for him and Icarus. He warned Icarus, don't fly too high, for the sun will melt the beeswax and they will fall apart. Icarus remembered his father's warning on the day of flight, but was overcome by the joy of flying. He kept flying higher and higher. By the time he realized what was going on, the feathers were starting to fall apart, but it was too late. He plunged to his death in the sea.
I don't understand what that has to do with you.
Joyce. All of my life, I've had to live up to the expectations of others. I mean, I'm always having to prove myself, no matter what the situation is. It's just, this painting reminds me that if I become careless, and forget what my limitations are, I'm going to fail.
I lost most of my medical staff. We could have had a lot more casualties, but someone acted on his instincts and saved all of us. That someone is you, Captain. You were the right person at the right time for the job. Now you should start acting like it.
You're the third person, or friend, that's pointed out my shortcomings. Am I that obvious?
You shouldn't let a job description define you. What does Starfleet know about the final frontier anyway? This is your ship, your crew. The sooner you start running it that way, the better. The brass at Starfleet can't do any better. That's why they picked you. Now prove it to them. Better than that, prove it to yourself.
I don't know why I picked you as my chief medical officer. You sound more like my ex-wife.
You're welcome.
What?
I know how you are about saying thank you, so you're welcome.
Is now in session. Please be seated.
Good morning, Ensign.
Good morning.
Please state your full name for the record.
Eric Sims, Jr.
You are an ensign?
Yes.
And you are currently assigned to the USS Yorktown under the command of Captain William Stiles?
Yes.
The reason you are here is to answer some routine questions regarding your recent mission on the Yorktown. These are just some questions to help us get the full picture of what happened.
Anything I can do to help out?
Thank you, Ensign. So let's begin. Where were you when the Yorktown was attacked by the Romulan ships?
I was at the helm.
Can you explain the events leading up to the attack?
We had picked up 3 warp signatures on a heading for Earth. The ships were 3 hours away from us. Captain Stiles ordered engineering to increase speed to overtake the Romulans.
What was your current speed?
Warp 5.3.
That's pushing the engines past their limitations, isn't it, Mr. Sims?
You don't know our chief engineer. He's always making upgrades and modifications to everything on that ship.
You didn't answer my question. Were you not pushing those engines past their recommended design parameters?
I guess. I don't know. I'm not an engineer.
No, Mr. Sims. I'm well aware of that.
What would you be referring to, sir?
Your propensity to be reckless?
With all due respect, sir, I was cleared of all those charges.
Gentlemen, let's stick to the matter at hand.
Okay, Ensign. What happened after Captain Stiles ordered the speed change?
We caught up to the Romulans, and they dropped out of warp.
Did they give you any indication that they knew the Yorktown was following them?
No.
Then what happened?
We dropped out of warp, and before we had time to scan the ships, we were fired upon. The Romulans blew a hole through our primary hull, killing a bunch of good people.
You didn't have any indication that those ships had armed their weapons?
No.
That's curious. Were you not prepared for a confrontation? After all, you suspected that they were Romulans.
You'd have to ask Captain Stiles that question.
Okay, what happened next?
The captain ordered me to fire the phase particle cannons.
Did you hit your target?
No, sir.
Why not? Didn't you have a lock on that target?
I did, but...
But what? Mr. Sims, did you or did you not have a lock on the targets?
I did. But I delayed firing on the targets.
You mean you froze in the heat of battle?
No, sir. I didn't freeze.
Is it not true that you froze under pressure and Captain Stiles had to tell you repeatedly to fire?
That's not how it happened. I didn't freeze. I had a lock on the targets, but the targeting sensors, I don't know, they weren't working. Captain Stiles knew our ship was no match for the Romulans. He jumped us out of the conflict zone before the other ships could regroup.
Then what crippled your ship? You were at warp 4.7, headed back to Earth, and then ended up dead in space?
Probably 10 seconds after we jumped to warp, a massive explosion rocked the ship. The bridge was badly damaged. We had casualties all over the ship.
Were you attacked by another ship?
At warp speed? No, sir. You have to be pretty good, for one. And be able to bend the laws of physics for another. No, sir. We were not attacked by another ship. That you can be sure of.
All right, let's change the subject. What's your opinion of Captain Stiles?
He's the best. He saved us out there. I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for Captain Stiles.
Do you think Captain Stiles is responsible for what happened with the Romulans?
Why would you ask that question? You obviously don't know Captain Stiles very well. He was following those ships because they were headed for Earth. He was protecting our homeworld by putting us in the line of fire. That is our duty. We are the first line of defense against a Romulan attack.
That's enough.
We don't even know who we are fighting. How do you develop a strategy when you don't even know your enemy? Their technology must be far superior to ours because we got a whooping that day. We couldn't beat them with the best that Starfleet has. Are you taking notes?
Mr. Sims!
Captain Stiles saved his ship and his crew so that we could fight another day. Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Did 13 people die for nothing? Those people were my friends. This was their first mission. And their last. And now their families will never see them again. I have nothing more to say. So.
Good morning, Ensign.
Good morning, sir.
For the record, what is your full name?
Anne Meredith Chambers.
You are an ensign, correct?
Yes.
And you are currently assigned to the USS Yorktown, under the command of Captain William Stiles?
That is correct.
What is your position on board the Yorktown?
I'm the operations officer.
Okay, Ensign. The reason you are here is to answer some routine questions.
I'm not sure I'm qualified to answer these questions, sir.
These are just some questions to help us get the full picture of what happened during the conflict with the Romulan ships.
With all due respect, sir, I don't think I can help you.
Just answer the questions truthfully.
Yes.
Where were you when the Yorktown was attacked?
I had just left the medical section on my way to my quarters. I hadn't been feeling well.
What do you remember?
I remember being thrown to the floor. The ship had gone to red alert. And there is lost power in that section.
Where was that?
Deck C.
Then what happened?
I remember feeling a rush of air through the hallway.
I don't understand.
There was a hull breach in the ship's atmosphere, and it was being sucked into space.
Go on.
Well, the ship's damage control sensors kicked in and the hull breach was sealed off.
What did you do after that?
There was a lot of confusion. People were calling out. I checked around me to see if anyone needed help. And I was helping a crew member get to sick bay, but when I got there...
To sick bay?
Yeah. When I got there wasn't much left of sick bay. The plasma torpedo had torn a hole right through sick bay, and it was awful.
How do you know it was a plasma torpedo that did all the damage?
Because I was told. And the damage.
I don't understand.
Plasma torpedoes are nasty. They vaporize anything they come in contact with. They don't just blow holes through solid objects, they liquefy them. The poor people in sickbay didn't even have a chance. At least they didn't suffer.
Okay, let's talk about Captain Stiles. Ensign.
Yes? Sorry, what was that?
You were recently assigned to Yorktown, correct?
Yes.
How do you like serving under Captain Stiles?
I like him all right. I'm still getting used to his style.
Can you elaborate?
Well, Captain Stiles thinks differently than what I imagined. In the academy, we're taught all about Starfleet command, but he's definitely different.
What do you mean?
He's not by the book. He looks at situations differently than most.
Do you think that Captain Stiles is responsible for what happened with the Romulans?
I don't know what you mean. We were attacked. How could that possibly be Captain Stiles' fault? You weren't there! No, Captain Stiles would never put us in any danger.
Captain, the Alamo has been destroyed.
Get us out of here. Bet speed.
Commander, another vessel is coming into view, ready to fire on your command.
Hold your fire. Open communications with them.
Commander, I implore you, let us destroy this vessel before they hail Starfleet.
You must learn to trust me, helmsman. After all, a dead hostage can give no information.
Yes. As you command.
It's no use. The enemy ship is blocking us off. Sir, we're receiving a message from the enemy ship.
On screen.
This is Commander Cenac of the Romulan Star Empire. Your sister ship has been destroyed, and your defenses have been compromised. I give you two alternatives. Prepare to be boarded, or to be destroyed.
Do I have your word that none of us will come to any harm?
All that I can promise is that your people will be kept as slaves.
That's not right. We were only scanning this planet for minerals.
The objective of your mission is of no significance to me. Soon, Starfleet will be crushed. And your planet will be yet another foothold in the Romulan Star Empire.
Captain Stiles!
Mr. Sims, I'm surprised to see you here.
I'm sorry, sir.
What are you talking about, Eric?
It's a witch hunt, and you're the one they're after.
Did you tell the truth?
Yes, sir.
Then you have got nothing to worry about.
I'm sorry, sir. They tried to get me to lie about what happened. I lost my cool and I blew it. Captain, I'm sorry. I'm so
You've got
sorry.
nothing to apologize for. You've never let me down. Now go.
What about you?
Nothing I can't handle.
Furthermore, your actions cost the lives of 13 members of your crew. Not to mention the damage you did to the Yorktown. You have nothing to say for yourself?
No, sir.
Gentlemen, perhaps Captain Stiles has nothing to say in his defense, but his crew does.
What are you doing, Eric?
You stood up for me during the Cedric Spurs incident. I'm just returning the favor.
You are out of order, Ensign.
No! You're out of order! We are at war, gentlemen! And sometimes, there are going to be casualties. We don't want to lose anyone, but it happens. I promise you, no one feels worse about losing those men and women than the captain. He has shown us how to stay calm in desperate situations. He has shown us how to keep a command presence when everyone else wants to panic. He has shown us what it is like to be a Starfleet officer.
Order! I will have order in this courtroom. Young man, the charges against Captain Stiles are extremely serious. We will entertain none of your theatrics in this court. Do you understand?
If Captain Stiles go, then I go too.
Eric, shut up.
Yes, what is it?
Sir?
Thank you, Commodore. The Romulans have attacked the Aldrin and the Alamo and Omega-13 sector. The Aldrin has been captured and the Alamo has been lost with all hands. We have a few ships in that area. We'll get them aid as quick as possible. Take care of that, Commodore. Captain Stiles, I have a few more words to say to you before I render judgment in this matter. As a flag officer sitting behind a desk, sometimes you forget what it's like to be a line captain, especially when you have to make critical decisions on the spot. So all I have to say to you is, cherish your crew, cherish your ship, and by all means, do not ever accept another promotion. It is the findings of this court after examining the information supplied that Captain William Stiles should be exonerated from any court-martial. All charges have been dismissed. Return to your posts. We have a war to fight, people. Dismissed.
Enter.
You wanted to see me, Captain?
I did, Lieutenant. I've been kind of going through my crew roster and checking all the positions that I needed first. Currently, I don't have a first officer, and I want you to fill that position.
But, sir, I don't have that kind of experience.
Nothing like the present to learn, Lieutenant.
But I don't...
Yes?
I don't interact very well with people. One-on-one I'm okay, but in that situation, it's kind of awkward for me.
I'm sure you'll do just fine. If you haven't noticed, my crew's not the most experienced in Starfleet. What they lack in experience, they do make up for in talent and ambition.
That's just it. In that situation, interacting with people, that makes me uncomfortable.
I need an experienced person that's seen things that other people have not seen. You fit the bill. You'll just have to leave your comfort zone.
You don't suppose you'd reconsider?
Well, you wanted new challenges. Here it is.
Sir, I just wasn't expecting this.
Well, that's the thing about expectations. They're not what you expect. You'll do fine. That's all, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't believe we've met.
I'm Lieutenant Cutler. And you are?
Sims. Ensign Sims. But maybe we could get together for dinner later, and I can give you my first name.
If I recall correctly, Starfleet has regulations forbidding fraternization with subordinates.
Who's fraternizing? Think of it as an education.
Well, Mr. Sims, as I'm sure you will learn, you have to move up in rank before we can continue our education together.
I'll get right on that, Lieutenant.
Good luck, Mr. Sims.
Luck has nothing to do with it.
You're right. Luck has nothing to do with it. You'll need a miracle.
Oh.
All right, let's do it by the book. Lieutenant Cutler, would you do the honors?
Sir. Yes, sir. We'll now commence with the pre-launch checklist. Ops, what's your status?
Ops ready for launch.
Tactical, what's your status?
Tactical ready for launch.
Engineering, what's your status?
Aye, sir.
Medical, what's your status? Navcon, what's your status?
Navcom, ready for launch.
Ensign Shaw. Open the ISC.
The intercom is open.
Attention on deck. This is the XO. All stations prepare to launch from McKinley Station. ISC off. Captain, all stations ready for launch.
Very good. Ensign Chambers, release the docking arms.
Docking arms ready.
Mr. Sims, take her out, quarter impulse.
Aye, sir. Quarter impulse.
And Mr. Sims,
Sir?
try not to scratch the paint before we leave dry dock.
Yes, sir. And our heading?
We got some unfinished business with the Romulans. It's time we take the fight to them. And as you said, it's time to give them a whooping they won't forget.
Aye, sir.